Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyana. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna, the ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishnavardhana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Dhyana Yoga, the 6th chapter, and today's reading of the 30th Shloka, the 30th verse. Our previous reading of 29th Shloka, Sri Krishna had told us that the same being dwells in all the beings. Sarvabhutastham sarvabhutani chatmani ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshanaha. This is what yogi attains towards the end of the practice of meditation. That sarvabhutastha atmanam, my mind, his mind, the yogi's mind, harmonized mind with the practice of meditating on the self, realizes he sees himself or she sees herself in all the beings, and all the beings in himself or herself, in one's own self. There is no separateness, there is no divisiveness, there is no diversity then. It is all unity amongst the diversity. I seize the same principle dwelling inside me, the same Atman dwelling inside me is dwelling in everything else, all other living beings, not just human beings. Sarva bhutani cha atmani. All, whatever that life force is exhibited in all the living beings, that is the same. In me, in you, in he, in all the animals, all the living beings. He sees himself in all beings, and all beings in himself. He sees the same in all. That sarvatra samadarshanaha. In all the directions, wherever he looks, he finds nothing but himself. She finds nothing but herself. And on this particular thing, while Sri Ramakrishna had given that beautiful example of somebody, just trying to put a dam on the water or a river Ganges and saying, this is my Ganges. Is it ever possible? The Ganges water, whether you put a wall, you try to restrict that water from others, it cannot happen. The Ganges water, whether it is in your boundary line, it is the same. The water that is in the kalash, the water that is in the pot, which is immersed in the pond, it is the same water outside. The pot, that pot or whatever that barricade one creates over river Ganga is just a facade. It is just in that periphery of time, space and causation. The bodies that we have, they are just temporary beings. The one which dwells inside remains the same whether it is in this body or in the other bodies. So that is what Sri Krishna had told, Sri Ram Krishna had told, and on this I am always remembered the advice, teaching of Holy Mother Sarada Devi, her last teaching before giving up the physical frame of her, the physical existence as such. The last words were, "No one is a stranger, my child. The whole world is your own. Whole world is your own. You are there in the whole world. Your world is not limited to your own self." Such a great message. Holy Mother, on her deathbed, these were the last words uttered by her to a devotee. That no one is a stranger, my child. Everyone is your own. You are there in everyone. The whole world is your own. Exactly the same meaning she had taught to the devotees, she had taught to us, Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi, my mom. And now let us come to the 30th shloka. If all Jivatmas are actually one cosmic entity, then what is the relationship with that Paramatman? Okay, my Jivatma is same as your Jivatma, with their Jivatma, with everyone's Jivatma. Now what is the commonality? What is the relationship between this oneness of all the Jivatmas with the Paramatma? That he is going to tell us in this 30th shloka now. Yo mam paśhyati sarvatra sarvaṁ cha mayi paśhyati tasyāhaṁ na praṇaśhyāmi sacha me na praṇaśhyati. Yo mam paśhyati sarvatra. Sri Krishna tells, through having the realization that the same Jivatma, same Atman is pervading everything outside me, outside this body, is like seeing me everywhere. Seeing me means Krishna. Seeing me means the Lord. Seeing me means the Divine Mother. Within oneself and within all. Yo mam paśhyati sarvatra. Sarvaṁ cha mayi paśhyati. And he sees me, he who sees me in all and who sees everything in me. It goes without saying. If I am seeing Krishna everywhere, I find everything in Krishna. If I see myself, this body in Krishna, if I see your body in Krishna, that means Krishna is in this body, Krishna is in your body. It is the same principle. Yo mam paśhyati sarvatra sarvaṁ cha mayi paśhyati. Everywhere he sees me only. He sees me in all and he sees all in me. I am pervading everything. Tasyāhaṁ na praṇaśhyāmi sacha me na praṇaśhyati. For such a person who sees me in all and who sees all in me, tasyāhaṁ, for that person, aham na praṇaśhyāmi. For that person, I don't vanish. I am ever present. I am omniscient. I am omnipresent. I never get separated from that person. Praṇaśhyāmi, I na praṇaśhyāmi, sacha me na praṇaśhyati. And even I do not become lost to him. That he is never lost to me, nor I am lost to him. We are always together. So that is the feeling of oneness among all beings and oneness with the ultimate reality that Sri Krishna is assuring us. That is what we are going to experience at the end of the dhyana that we practice. He who sees me everywhere and sees all in me, he never becomes lost to me, nor do I become lost to him. After realizing the unity of all beings, the yogi further realizes that it is the Paramatman, it is the supreme reality that manifests himself as the multitudinous beings at all levels. It is that same ultimate reality. It is the same Satchidananda, undying, indivisible Akshara Tattva that is persisting everywhere in these tiny little forms. The form, the bodies are just the matter of time, space and causation. The ultimate reality which is beyond that remains same and pervades through all this. These bodies may come and go. Why may? These bodies do come and go. But the ultimate reality remains the same. The one appearing as many is not merely the yogi's imagination. It is not just imagination. Yes, one reality existing in me, dwelling in me, and the same reality dwelling in all others. That is not imagination. Okay, these are the temporary bodies. These are the bodies which have taken a form under the realm of time, space and causation. They may come and go, but all these bodies, they are dwelt, the same person is dwelling in them. The same reality is dwelling in them. The same principle is dwelling in them. And that principle is the Mahat. That principle is the Satchidananda. That principle is the ultimate reality. It is eternal sport of the Lord, dwelling, appearing in all these different bodies, all these different names and forms. It is all Lord's sport, the Leela, the Leela of the Maya. That is how this entire diversion comes into effect. All these divisive forms and names, they come into effect. He and his manifestations are interrelated as the ocean and the waves on it. Now, when we look at the ocean, the sea, there are waves. Now, can these waves be different from the ocean as such? Or can we say, no, these are the ocean, the waves, these are not ocean? Or can we say, this is ocean, the waves are not part of it? We cannot say that. The ocean, the waves, the ups and downs of the waves, they're all integral part of that ocean. In the same way, what changes in the forms we see in the form of different bodies, like the waves on the ocean, they only appear to be different. In reality, they're all the one Satchidananda. In reality, all the waves, the ups and downs of the waves, they are all part of that ocean only. They are not different. We perceive them to be different. Under the garb of, under the influence of that illusion, under the influence of Maya, we perceive them to be different, but they are all, the waves, the ups and downs, they are all ocean in fact. He is therefore not lost to the Lord. So, the yogi is never lost to the Lord. And in the same manner, the Lord is also not lost to the yogi. These are indefinitely inseparable entities. So, no one is lost from another. It is not that I am a different person. That person is a different person. And the mighty Lord, the divine Lord, is a third person. No. We are all one and the same. The Lord doesn't get lost to the devotee doesn't get lost to the Lord. So that is Sri Krishna's teaching in this 30th shloka. Let us see what Sri Ramakrishna has to say about this. There is such a beautiful example he has given. Sweet meats in the shape of various animals, birds and men are made from the same stuff, sugar. You see all those different forms of the sweet meats that are prepared. Birds, animals, lion, owl, and even maybe in the shape of a man. But all the sweetmeats, they may appear different in form. They may appear different in form, but they all carry the same ingredient within them, the sugar. Likewise, it is the Satchidananda that has assumed the forms of sentient and insentient in the universe. Remember, during our childhood days, we used to get the biscuits, crackers, animal shaped. I distinctly remember there used to be an owl shape and the shape of hen and a tortoise and different animals. And we used to have fun eating all those animals one by one. We used to feel, oh, I am eating tiger, I am eating lion, I am eating owl. But in reality, what I was eating? I was eating the same maida, fat, sugar, the same ingredients in the form of different shapes. That was the only different thing. Even our day-to-day, other biscuits that we eat, they may be calling by 1,000 different names, crackers and glucose biscuit and that mayi biscuit and good day and all. Now, they all appear different, they may taste different, but all of them, the intrinsic principle is one and the same, isn't it? Likewise, it is all the Satchidananda, which is dwelling in all the beings of different tastes, of different hues, of different colors, of different, personalities. But ultimately, these personalities, these projections, they are just a facade. They are temporary existence. The reality, the undying principle, the everlasting principle, the eternal principle remains the same in all these bodies, whether human beings or animals or any other stuff. So that was, and Sri Krishna's another assurance in this shloka. Neither the spiritual aspirant gets lost to me, nor I am lost to him. We are always eternally together. We are eternally hand in hand. We are eternally one and the same thing. So, in a way, Sri Krishna is removing this fear of separateness from the Lord, this fear of separateness from the Divine Mother, that Sri Krishna is removing from our minds, from our selves, from our little selves, because ultimately the one dwelling in this self and the Lord, mighty Lord, the Satchidananda, they are one and the same thing. They can never get lost to one another. So that was Sri Krishna's teaching to us in the 38th shloka of Srimad Bhagavad Gita's 6th adhyaya, the Dhyana Yoga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami.